Alright guys, a food base. Let me show you guys real quick what I do for my food bases and why you should have one. Yes, you need a food base, okay? Look at what I'm doing here. I'm capturing gale claws, broncherries, mammoths. Let me see if I can find them real quick. More gale claws here. Use a scatter ball and legendary spears. Ultra spears doesn't really matter what kind of spear as long as it's 100%, so you don't have to waste your time. Here are the broncherries. They all spawn in these locations, so just keep that in mind. More broncherries, but the thing here is when it comes to broncherries and mammoths, they do take a long time in terms of rarity. Okay, broncherries are second rarity. Mammoths are the most rare to find, but they offer the highest form of stat boosting. Once you capture your pals, you go into the butchering station and butcher them, and eventually you get double the ingredients because you obviously captured them. You get the ingredients for capturing them, and you get the ingredients for butchering them. So right here is my butchering station. Okay, this is where you deposit all your guys. Sometimes you get a rainbow. If you don't have a rainbow, save that rainbow. Okay, 10 per station. Go like this, and you'll just get double whatever you have now. Some stragglers. Oh, he's just plain old lucky, and he's naked. Okay. Anyways. This is my food base. You need to have a food base. Look at this right here. These are my furnaces. You make your cakes here. You make your combat foods here. Okay, you store it. Well, the pals will eventually transport it into a food-oriented storage unit. Now here's the deal. Once they store it in there, it's going to go into a food box. You're going to take it out and store it into your guild chest so that the pals don't touch it and it does not expire, okay? Pals will not eat food out of a refrigerator. You should be using a refrigerator for the ingredients only, okay? Now here's the deal. Where do I get my ingredients? How do I get my ingredients? And why is it why is it diversified like this? Why is it categorized like this? Strictly because pals that are transporting, you see how this guy's transporting? Any pal that's transporting will have in their AI, they will have their own little thing of a priority list. When it comes to crops and grazing units, they don't mix well. Take a look down here. I did a little experimentation. You see how there's still crops on top of that stack right here? That's 588 berries that did not get picked up. Because, look here, these guys are prioritizing ranch ingredients and transporting food. Where is my food? Get out of my face. Food right here. Food from those things. They go in here. They prioritize ingredients. Understand? So that's why you want to really understand and just get this in your head. Where did those Tokota just start floating or something? That's weird. So yeah, it's very important that you try to understand this. Okay. Now, what do you do about your crops? Well, you have a separate base for that. Yes, yes, and yes. I'm gonna show you guys why. Overlapping is a big problem in the game. When pals overlap their tasks, nothing gets done. The things that you want to get done won't get done. Take a look at this. This is my crop base where farming, planting, harvesting, and watering take place. Watch this. If we go over here, crops, watering pals, harvesters, planters are all doing their duties here. Can you have a mill at this base? No. I'm gonna show you guys real quick right here. We're gonna do a mill, plain and simple. Watch what happens. I say I want you guys to do some flouring, some milling, okay? Who's gonna do this? Anyone? I'm gonna give them some time. 10 seconds. Fast forward 10 seconds. No, they're not gonna tackle this. So let's say that you want to use a monitoring stand to assign them this task. Assign it. What do I have to do to make them do this? I have to assign one of them. Level 5 waterer. Watch this thing blaze right through it. But then here's the deal. When they start doing this job, look at how fast he's doing it. When they finish, they're gonna sit here and continue doing it. The only one who stops them from doing this is you. So that means that if you want to do 100k worth of wheat into flour, you're gonna have to manually assign the pals, the waterers, to do it. But then what happens when you assign them? This guy, level 5 watering, is not gonna be tackling any of these crops. Okay, so it takes a big chunk out of its overall maintenance. So then once he finishes this job, what I have to do is go here, La 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 la. Go here. La la la. Undo him. Okay. So what can you do instead of that? You have a base dedicated, not strictly dedicated, but that can handle production of flour. Okay, look here. I'm gonna take out my wheat, go into a base that can handle both production needs and my milling needs. This is known as my production base. Okay, this is where there are no overlappings. Everyone has their own job. Nothing gets stuck. Okay, you don't want anything to happen that gets stuck, because these guys have very sensitive AI. Actually, I want to show you guys real quick what this base entails. Look at this. Crushers, furnaces, crushers. Okay, crushers, furnaces, crushers, and ore maintenance. And then there's flour. One pal does the entire job of many, because they can get the job done. I have one waterer doing the milling. I have a couple firers for cooking, if I ever have any cooking, and my charcoal. I don't know if I still have my charcoal here, actually. Yeah, so I still have a bit. Right? And then the majority of the pals here are actually transporters. I have my Hellzephyrs, just because I like the birds. I have my Knocklums. I have some Woompos. And then the Crushers, I have a few Icers, okay? Because it does take a long time for these dudes to crush. Okay? But look at the herd of transporters. You see that? So that's why you want to have dedication to your bases. That ranch is empty. Don't bother with that. Okay? It's just very important to keep that in mind. You want to have isolating tasks that all pertain to a specific base. Okay? Oh, snap. I forgot. This is my fault right here. This should not have ingredients. This is where all my ingredients are. Yeah. So I have 6k flour. I'm gonna just take it out and have the boys go do something with it. They're gonna put it into a refrigerator, which is all the way up there. Hopefully they can manage that. So yeah, it's very important to do that. It's very important to understand these things. The powers cannot overlap. You don't want them overlapping transport duties. You don't want them overlapping water duties. You don't want them overlapping crop duties. You don't want them overlapping specific duties. Which is also why, look here, you see how I have all those Knocklums? Knocklums have a lot of qualities to them. They can do mining, they can do planting, or sorry, harvesting. Why are you not transporting? They have transporting duties, okay? Same with the Woompos. Look here at the Woompos. The Speedy. Okay, he has a lot of duties. He has handiwork, chopping, icing, but I want him doing transporting. So this is why you want to categorize, isolate your pals in terms of what they can do, and isolate the bases in in terms of what can happen at a base. So I have 3 raid bases, which is why it's important that you have these food bases, the cooking bases, so that they can cook the food for raiding. Combat prowess right there, buddy. For working, work suitability, work enhancement, work speed enhancing. This is 30%, 10% on the defense, 30% on the work speed. I think this is 30% as well. It might be 50. 50% work speed, 30%. I don't know what that is. Something sanity or something. It's very budgety. Work speed or work speed. I think no, this is defense and sanity. So this is actually good for raid pals early on. I'd say like Bella Noir. If you can get your hands on the Mammoth Curry though, and the Gale Claw Nikajagas, oh, and stuff like that, it's a lot better. Okay, let me put it that way. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. My name is Jess. Please leave a like and subscribe. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. I hope this video has helped you guys out. If so, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace!